The Cherokee High School softball team was in a dancing mood on Wednesday, and with good reason. The Chiefs rallied in the late innings and exploded for 9 runs in the 6th to take a 12-4 victory over previously undefeated Shawnee. Cherokee was stringing hits and busting a groove on the base paths.
This one? Alright, it's like,
That's the one.
it's just, we do silly things to like get our team pumped up, so one of them is basically the dance. So if anything happens, we always say we eating good, and we do that. I don't even know what it's called, but we all tried to learn it.
Megan Hasselak had 4 hits on the day, and so did leadoff hitter Emma Gilmore, who used her speed to get on base in the first. Gilmore and Carly Messina scored on an error on a grounder hit by Allie St. Jean with 1 out for an early 2-0 lead. Gilmore was a tough out the rest of the day.
Extremely important. When I don't get on, I feel like the momentum goes down, so I always am trying to get on to keep it going.
Shawnee's Anne-Marie Cooker erased the 2-run deficit with 1 swing in the top of the 3rd, launching a 2-run double to center field to tie it at 2. The Renegades had an opportunity for more that inning with 2 on and no outs, but had 2 runners thrown out at the plate. The 4th inning was a different story though, as Julia Cooker sliced a single to left to score 1 run. And she came around to score when her sister Anne-Marie also singled to left to make it 4-2 Shawnee. Anne-Marie Cooker went 3 for 4 on the day with 3 RBIs. But that lead didn't last, as Cherokee got one back in the 5th, as Hasselak scored on a wild pitch to get within a run. And carrying the momentum, the next time up, Cherokee knew a big inning was on the horizon.
Definitely just the confidence in each other and us like talking each other up, like trying to get us going, because we knew we could hit her, we just had to keep going. And we finally got our timing and everyone was hitting, so.
Rachel Bromberg doubled to lead off the inning and later scored on an RBI groundout to tie it at 4. Hasselak followed with an RBI single to put the Chiefs ahead 5-4.
With us, like, hits are contagious, so once one person gets a hit, then the next person gets a hit, and then maybe we struggle in between, but once you get a hit, like, it's contagious like a cold, and we're all kind of have colds right now, but it's just, when you want to mimic them, and our team is basically one big family, so if someone does something, you always want to be the bigger sibling, basically.
Cherokee sent a conga line of 13 batters to the plate in the 6th and had 8 hits during the explosive inning. It lightened the mood for the Chiefs, who raised the record to 4-2 and are hoping to have a few more dance parties this year.
Definitely. I can't do the dance myself. I tried, but yes, very goofy. It's so fun to be on this team because everyone's so enjoyable and making jokes all the time, and it's just really fun to be around. It definitely helps us in the game too.
For more on the game, read John Lewis's story on BurlingtonCountyTimes.com. Reporting from Cherokee High School in Evesham, I'm Mark Zamaro. Now 10 games into the season, the Cherokee High School softball team has proved one thing for sure. The hits can come from just about anywhere in the lineup. It was another solid day in the batter's box for the Chiefs, who defeated Seneca 8-2 on Wednesday and raised the record to 7-3 on the year.
Once one person gets going, we all just have to keep it going, and it's a great feeling.
Cherokee struck for 3 runs in the first inning, highlighted by back-to-back RBI singles by Megan Hasselak and Jordan Devaney. And in the second inning, the Chiefs flexed their muscle as 9-hole hitter Megan Gray belted one off the fence in right center field for a 1-out triple.
I was just looking for a pitch. It was 2 strikes, I think, and just kept my head down and ripped it to wherever the pitch was taking me, so it felt great.
Emma Gilmore followed up with an RBI double to bring Gray home. It was another big day at the dish for Gilmore, who went 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs.
And in the beginning of the season, we were struggling a little bit hitting, but we've definitely been working on it so much, and everyone's been encouraging each other, so it's definitely been helping.
Eliza Sweet answered with a solo home run on the first pitch of the 3rd inning, but the rally was short-lived as Cherokee added 2 more runs in the 4th to take a 6-1 lead. Rachel Bromberg contributed an RBI double for the 6th run. 7 Chiefs reached base with a hit during the game, and Abby Scarangelli pitched 5 strong innings to pick up the win, while Carly Messina pitched the final 2.
Abby and Carly both equally are awesome, so one comes out, the other goes in. It's literally perfect because they both do what they need to do.
Seneca dropped a 3-2 on the season, as Sweet and Madison Melvin each supplied a pair of hits for the Golden Eagles. Seneca will try to rebound after a tough day in the field.
You cannot win giving up, 9 errors and 5 hits. We just need to clean it up a little bit. We've got a lot of season left, so it's not over, but we just got to play some better ball.
For more on the game, read John Lewis's story on BurlingtonCountyTimes.com. Reporting from Cherokee High School in Evesham, I'm Mark Zamaro. Hi, and welcome to our Game On Softball on Campus here at Holy Cross Academy. I'm Mark Zamaro, joined by softball writer John Lewis. Well, one of the other teams that really impressed me, I got to see him a couple times this year, is Cherokee. And boy, they can hit the ball too.
Another team off to a great start, and another team best start in 8 years. 2009, they were 19-1 to start the season. Haven't been anywhere near 8-3 since then. This time last year, we'd never heard of Allie St. Jean. You know what? She can hit. She can still hit. Rachel Bromberg can hit. Emma Gilmore can hit. The player who's really impressed me, though, is Carly Messina. She's a freshman, plays shortstop, plays third base. She's just a really poised, composed athlete. I remember the first time I talked to her, I had the RV tournament program, and I looked in it. Wow, she's a freshman? You just really don't expect somebody. I mean, she's really clear-headed. She's really deliberate. You can tell she's played a lot of high-level softball.
Yeah, and it gives them a good 1-2 punch in the circle. They got Abby Scarangelli, and having Carly Messina in there, it's a good change-up.
Yeah, one lefty, one righty.
Number 8 Cherokee and number 11 Eastern tangled in an Olympic Conference American Division game on Monday in Marlton. The Chiefs scored 1 in the first, and then Katie Comiskey made it 2-0 with this RBI single in the second. Mariah Wasaki got Eastern on the board in the top of the third with this 2-run single. Fran Sam followed it up with an RBI single of her own to make it 3-2 in favor of the Vikings. Carly Messina's RBI single in the bottom of the third tied it at 3-3. The top of the fifth, Wasaki gave Eastern the lead at 4-3 with a solo home run. Here, Megan Haselick ties it at 4-4. It went back and forth all game. Again, here in the sixth, Comiskey gave the lead back to the Chiefs with an RBI double. Her shot to the outfield thrilled her teammates. Down to their final out in the top of the seventh inning, the Vikings got a single and on a throwing error tied the game at 5-5, sent us to extra innings. They struck again in the top of the eighth with Dealia Patterson's RBI single. Cherokee would have the last at bat, and that's exactly what it needed. Emma Gilmore's RBI double tied the game at 6-6. Rachel Bromberg sent everybody home in the next at bat with this double off the base of the left center field wall, sending Cherokee to 11-4 overall, 4-2 in division. Eastern dropped to 6-7 and 2-4 in the Olympic American.
It felt so good. I actually thought it was going over, and I rounded first. I saw it hit the fence. I was so mad at myself, but it was a good hit still. Well, we knew we were down, and we decided to get our bats going. We all knew we had to hit, and if one person was down, we had to pick each other back up, and that's what we did. Just confidence out there in everyone. We're good. We're kind of like the underdogs, and we're ready to take a title.
The Cherokee softball team's Olympic Conference American Division meeting with Lenape got off to a little bit of a sleepy start Thursday. After 2 innings, Lenape led 1-0 on Kirsten Klein's RBI single. To say the least, things were about to pick up.
I went up there with just all full confidence in myself, and I just swung as hard as I could. And I honestly thought it was going to be a pop-up because the girl was really finding it really quickly, but I didn't even know it went over until I was at second base.
Megan Hasselak's 3-run homer was the first of 4 by the Chiefs, all in the 3rd inning, when Cherokee sent 12 batters to the plate and scored 8 runs. Allie St. Jean added a 2-run homer, and Rachel Bromberg followed the first of her career, the 3-run shot that even Megan Mastores, the Cherokee first base coach, couldn't believe. And still it wasn't over. Jordan Devaney drew a walk to bring Katie Comiskey to the plate.
My best pitch is the first pitch because that's just how I get my confidence up. And I don't know, it's just like a meatball. It's a short fence and like I felt it was like on the perfect part of my bat, and yeah, I felt good.
The Chiefs led 8-1 after Comiskey's homer. The Indians chipped away with 3 runs in the 4th, then added 2 in the 5th on a home run by Jess Chen. Lenape plated 6 in the 6th, including a grand slam by Klein.
I saw that ball come right down the middle, and I drove it to the outside corner. And, you know, it's just really exhilarating just hitting a ball like that.
Did you think you got all of it?
You know, the best part about, you know, being a power hitter is that you don't have to get all of it to drive it over the fence.
Cherokee trailed 12-8 and was down to its last out when Comiskey's RBI single sparked another rally. The Chiefs were down to their last strike when Anna Messina's single capped a 4-run uprising and brought the tying run across. With the international tiebreaker in effect in the 10th, Messina came up big again with a sacrifice bunt that moved Emma Gilmore to third. Hasselak took it from there.
All game besides that home run, I kept popping up. I had like one on the ground, and they really needed it on the ground to move our runner to home. So I just choked up, and I told myself, Meg, just hit it in the ground, hit it on the ground. You got to make them make a play. So I just tried to smack it to the ground as hard as I could, and it actually worked out.
Hasselak's hit sparked a 5-run inning, and the Chiefs prevailed 17-13 in a game where perseverance was on display on both sides.
This is huge for us. We had a lot of talk about how important this game was to us. They knew it was important. These girls showed a lot of guts coming in and staying with it and not putting their heads down and, you know, getting the at-bats when we needed them at the end.
I told them I was proud of them. I told them that, you know, they felt bad about the loss, but I was real, you know, encouraged by the way that they played. You know, and Cherokee deserved it. They hit the ball real well, and especially, you know, late in the game there, and they came through when they had to. So you got to tip their hat to them.
From Lenape High School, this is John Lewis. After a tough loss against Eastern Monday, the Cherokee softball team was looking to get back in the Olympic Conference American Division race Wednesday against Shawnee, and that meant some things had to be figured out on the fly.
Well, today we really had to come out with positivity because we've been in a little bit of a slump. We had to figure out how to hit after a couple innings and figure out the pitcher and know that we had each other's backs.
Madison McGarren's 2-run single gave Shawnee an early lead, but the Chiefs answered with 3 runs in the 5th. Anna Messina singled in the 1st, then sister Carly Messina brought one across with a groundout. A sacrifice fly by Allie St. Jean gave Cherokee a 3-2 lead. Anna Messina came up again with the bases loaded in the 6th and hit a bad hop single that sparked a huge inning.
I know I need to get on because if there's someone before me, I need to pick them up and get on any way I can. I was like, thank God. I was very happy. I needed to get on some way.
Megan Hasselak was 3 for 3 with a walk for the Chiefs. She hit a 2-run single in Cherokee's big inning. Carly Messina added an RBI hit, then scored along with Hasselak on a wild pitch.
And I know I have to listen to Maggie. I know she has to coach. She knows how to coach and she knows when to send me. So I just listen to her and leave it to her.
Cherokee's 9-2 win, plus Washington Township's loss to Lenape, means the Chiefs can earn co-champion status with a win over Cherry Hill East on Monday.
Eastern loss was a tough one. You know, Eastern played a good game. They made the outs they had to make, and we made a couple errors in that game. So we were trying to clean it up today, which we did, and that's what we want to do going forward, playing good defense.
A win over Washington Township Monday would earn Shawnee a share of the title as well. As for what happened Wednesday, Shawnee coach Paula Escudero put it succinctly.
They played better than us, and they came ready to play, and we came ready to play, and once the floodgates open, we let them open up. And that's really what's called a good butt kicking.
From Shawnee High School, this is John Lewis.
See how far she is to the left?
It feels awesome. I'm so excited to move on with this team. I love all the girls, and I'm so excited to play with them for another game or hopefully more than that.
In order to go far in the state tournament, you have to make all the routine plays. And sometimes you need to even go a step further and make the spectacular ones. The Cherokee High School softball team had plenty of highlights on their way to a 10-3 victory over Shawnee in the first round of the South Jersey Group 4 playoffs. It was the third time this season the Chiefs beat their district rivals.
Yeah, we knew we had to act like we had never played them before, so that's what we did. We acted like we've never saw them before, and we were just confident out there. We didn't get in our head too much, like, oh, we beat them twice. No, we did. We acted like it was our first time playing them.
Cherokee got an unearned run in the first and threatened for more, but Anne-Marie Cooker made a nice backhanded grab to end the inning with the bases loaded. But the game broke open in the third as the Chiefs struck for 3 runs, with 2 coming off the bat of Katie Comiskey, who delivered a 2-run single up the middle to make it 4-0.
I knew that if we finally broke open the gap, then everyone would just start hitting. Because usually if the first person gets a hit, then we just keep rolling, and everyone's just kind of inspired to keep it going.
Shawnee answered in the fourth as Samantha Volpe roped a double into the gap in left center field. It scored 1 run, but the relay throw by Megan Gray cut down the second runner at the plate to end the inning. Carrying the momentum into the next inning, the Chiefs widened the lead with 3 more runs, capped off by an RBI single by Rachel Bromberg, her second of the day, to help put the game out of reach.
Yeah, I knew I had to get a hit, and for some reason I was hitting them off the inside of my bat, but I knew it was going to be a little blooper, and it worked, and that's all I needed to do was to score them, move them over, whatever I could.
Shawnee managed just 6 hits by 6 different players, including one by Cooker, who reached the 100-hit milestone earlier in the week. It was a tough end for the Renegades, who were eliminated after a 13-6 record.
Sure.
Cherokee is 17-7 and will travel to Rancocas Valley for round 2. The Chiefs say they are up to the challenge.
We're so ready. We're ready to go. We got major confidence. We're not tired at all. We're practicing as hard as we can. We're going to play as hard as we can, and we're going to make it as far as we could.
For more high school softball coverage, visit BurlingtonCountyTimes.com. Reporting from Cherokee High School in Evesham, I'm Mark Zamaro. Hi, and welcome to Game On, our softball on-campus edition, more like under campus this week at Bordentown High School as we hide from the rain. I'm Mark Zamaro here with John Lewis, our softball writer. All right, who do you got for your last one?
Oh, well, we got to have some freshmen love. I mean, come on, look what's going on at Northern Burlington. I'm going to step away from Northern Burlington this week.
Too hard to pick.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I could list them all, but
right.
No. Carly Messina from Cherokee plays third base and pitches. She's having a tremendous freshman year. She's 10-2 in the circle, 2.50 ERA. She has 30 hits also, which is like the gold standard for freshmen. Fritz last year had 30 hits. You know, you get to that number, you're doing something. And the thing that I love about her, though, she's so composed. I mean, okay, after the game, we're going to do an interview. Yeah, okay. You know, yeah, that's just part of it. That's just part of what I do. All right, thanks a lot. She handles interviews better than about half the coaches in this county.
Right. Well, talking about Cherokee, I mean, aren't they just the most fun team to watch? And they just play looser than any team I've seen, and they're just having a blast the whole time where they're playing. And one of the reasons, I think, is Megan Hasselak, the first baseman on that team. She's a senior, and she just kind of leads the charge. I mean, this team, not only do they blast music before the game, they're dancing, they're singing to it, and then they go out there and they win games.
Well, last time I saw them play was against Shawnee. There was a bee's nest in their dugout. So they actually they all went and camped in the grass, like along the right field line. And yeah, we're watching the game, we're singing, we're having a good time, and we're kicking some butt too. They had a great game.
Yeah, and Hasselak, like I said, one of the big players on that team. She usually bats third, plays first base, hitting over 400, just having a phenomenal season, as are the rest of the Cherokee team. All right, well, that is all the time we have. Make sure to check our website for great new content every day, and follow us on Facebook and Twitter at BCT Game On and hashtag BCT Sports. Thanks for watching.